The French dip from Firehouse Subs is here for a limited time. Piled high with premium roast beef, caramelized onions, and melty cheese on a freshly toasted garlic butter roll. Every French dip is served with warm, savory au jus for dipping. This melty French dip is only at Firehouse Subs for a limited time, so head to your nearest Firehouse Subs or order on the app and try the French dip before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Before we get to JuJu Gotti here, the polls and some more football thoughts, Mike Ryan, I'd still like an explanation for the audience. I wandered away from this. Why it is that we as a media company have on the table the ability to have Billy Corben make a bunch of University of Miami content for us, and you as somebody who's a lead executive, talent producer, broker, person who makes things, or director of making magical shit, or whatever it is that your job title is, why is it you're saying bleep Billy Corben, who's offering to make good, fresh things for us and is the voice of University of Miami football historically through sports documentaries?
This company shouldn't be called Raconteur. It should be called Saboteur. He just hasn't been on our side. Like, he, to every opportunity to make a joke and poke holes in what we were trying to build, he's taking them.
Why does he do that?
And he sounds sarcastic when he does, like, let's go Canes.
Why does he do that then?
I don't know. Maybe some people emotionally hedge. They don't want to get hurt by this program, so they build up walls and a fake public bravado. But he hasn't exactly been an ally, Dan. I think you could agree.
I don't technically agree, because I believe that simply he puts sports in its proper perspective, and so he is bemused by some of these things. But he also knows, like Zaslow knows, when he says last week that the University of Miami winning is the biggest thing in sports for him, and when he just said earlier today that last win is the biggest that he's felt of his lifetime, his answer when asked about why he feels that way was along the lines of, they're good for business.
Right.
Like everything hurricane related is good because people eat it up like they eat nothing else up.
Right. If you want to approach this from a mental health standpoint, I'm not even disagreeing with you that maybe Billy Corben's approach to sports and the school that he went to is I'm not going to argue that that's the wrong way. But I rock with the people that are emotional, that don't have the perspective, that have been living and dying with this program.
You don't think he was emotional about it?
No, I don't. It wasn't. I know the people in the foxhole, and he's not one of the people in the foxhole.
Oh, but there are very few, and this is why you're getting a sports allegiance experience very few ever get. The fan always feels like he or she is a part of these great things, when often they're not. In any way, your voice hasn't lent anything to the contribution. You're there, and you care, and they will take all your money. You've invested your time, money, investment, business investment. You have but Mike, you've built a media thing at Miami while talking. Look, I saw on ESPN, who was that guy representing you on ESPN? That Danny, what was his nickname?
D-Money?
Yeah, D-Money, excuse me.
On Feinbaum, he killed it.
Yes, sorry for forgetting his name. D-Money is somebody that you have partnered with on talking University of Miami football and building a business, and I'm sure this week is the best week for business that you will have in the history of your business investment.
Yeah, it's been a good time to hop in on Kane's content. My issue with Billy Corben isn't so much that he was a doubter and he wasn't there on the foxhole. I know I mentioned that, but he just made fun of us a lot. And I didn't really understand it. Great. There were things to make fun of. You know, there were people that made the decision that they weren't going to point and laugh at what was going on with Miami. They were either going to try to be part of the solution or be there for support. And when it comes to the emotion of your team finally digging itself out of that and feeling like they're a part of this, I think I've earned the right to be a little skeptical about Billy Corben and his motivations coming around here.
Roy, I don't know, and JuJu, forgive me for a second. We'll get to you in a second. So I know you've been talking to Billy Corben. I'm proud of what it is done for several years. You and him have done on Because Miami, serving as a community watchdog. What can we actually tell the people that Billy Corben, who made the U 1 and 2, the U was the most watched 30 for 30 documentary there's been. I don't want to reveal too much, but he's willing to help us make more content this week, and Mike is saying he doesn't want it.
Yeah, we are currently playing some cutting room floor stuff from his previous documentaries about the U. And hopefully on Monday we will have something that might be a U Part 3 on Monday.
That's also, like, can we win? Can we win? That's enough time dedicated to Billy Corben.
Remember, it might be.
We're not back. We're here. Let's let's stop making documentaries.
But being here would mean
we don't
you're
have
back.
the ending yet. Yeah, we got to win number 6. That's another thing. Like, don't bring your energy over here when we're trying to win.
Well, bleep Billy Corben
That's
is more
right.
efficient than that.
That's right.
You're weird this way. You did this with the Panthers and not allowing me to put up billboards because you didn't want me to jinx the franchise for all time when it's just nonsense.
Yeah, we understand. I care more. I love sports. I like my teams. You
It's not-
like
that's not
you like
just
to be
caring
over there
more.
joshing it off on the sideline.
Just agreed, but that's not just caring more. That's caring so seriously that you think that I can affect the result with some crappy superstition you have.
You wanted them to get reverse swept, Dan.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You wanted that content.
We don't need to relive it.
I
but
wanted to get to Game 7.
Wasn't a good look for you.
Look, you
What are
have
you
your approach.
talking
It's been
about?
madly successful over 20 years, and when it comes to University of Miami, you've largely been right. But these are the consequences for approaching this school, your school, I might add, the way that you have.
Yeah, that and Columbus doesn't like you.
Okay, and
don't agree with your
so
politics.
this has come up. Forgive me, Juju. Just give us a second.
3
here.
apologies.
No, because this isn't an apology. This is a bleep you. Because I mean, yes, I have been grateful verbally and in print throughout the entirety of my life for the way that school raised me in a number of different ways, including my first introduction to black culture of any kind coming out of high school and private schools in Broward County. Teaching me about race relations and being the most interesting thing I've ever written about locally in my sports lifetime because of how outraged America was during McDuffie riots and in the 80s and 90s, the things that were going on in Miami. That team represented this city in a way that was polarizing, unpopular, wonderful, and champion excellence, and they made the entirety of my career. But while I was there, I was also taught at the journalism school to do journalism, and that program had a lot of stuff in it that was worth reporting. And so I did, with the help of players who gave me that information freely, because at the time as a reporter, I wasn't writing about the injustices in college football. I was just writing about how it is and why it is they weren't getting stipends and what they were doing around that. That's journalism.
I stopped listening.
Juju, I know you did, but I don't really care.
I perked back up for injustice. I was like, yep.
I don't really care that the fans of Miami don't think I'm a fan enough for
Okay.
them.
All right. Well, the consequences are that's what the reality is.
Okay, fine, and because I'm not, I'm not a fan. I'm a journalist.
Not an
I
ally.
was a
Weren't
journalist.
you like spraying ketchup on your face?
I was.
kinda
It
said
didn't-
you were a
I
fan
heard the
last
show on
week.
Friday. The school has
guy's a liar.
tapped back into my school pride and my fan. You're playing
Dan's school
Boshai.
Bandwagon.
spirit was the name of our local hour.
bandwagon
Playing
fan.
Boshai.
You said you were emotional 2 weeks ago
I
about
am-
the win.
I was. I was scared. Not
And
2
you
weeks
fist
ago.
pumped when Udonis Haslam made that baseline shot.
That's
What side of the fence are you on?
And I told you guys I was surprised by all of it overcoming me. And it's just because I'm a bandwagon
he
who
said
likes to
coming.
be near the flame.
You just don't like to be all in emotionally. You like to emotionally hedge. You think if you make a joke out of it, it can't hurt you as bad. That's what you're doing.
That's excellent pop
literally it.
psychology.
That's literally it. And I'm sorry to chime in finally, but Mike is exactly right, bro. I've been running these social media accounts since 2020. That means I've been seeing Billy Corben's response to the Miami Hurricane season
What'd
being
he say?
over every single year. Every time it's over, he be like, "The U is back." At Mike, the U is back at Batard show with some funny stuff. Nah, brother, you wasn't with us shooting in the gym. Matter of fact, you wasn't with Mike shooting in the gym. You're just like a hater who follow you on IG. Look at all your stories, but never push the heart. Never give you a like. Never put you 100 on nothing. Nobody want to hear that, brother. Now that we doing good, stay over there with your hating ass and let us be okay. Sorry for butting in.
Know about that hating
Yeah,
ass?
Dan.
Put it on the poll at Batard show. Hey, Billy Corben, stay over there with your hating ass. Yes or no at Batard show.
Are we going to respect the vote?
No, I'm going to take his content. He can stay over there. I'm going to take his content, though. I mean, there's no circumstance under which I'm not taking his
It is
content.
pretty good. I watched it the other day.
It's gold. What are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's also a long time ago.
Yes. Well, and Miami having games that mattered like this. Also a long time ago.
Not helping.
I mean, it's a fact.
Not helping.
It's a fact.
He's a journalist.
Stat of the day. I'm fact-based. Ain't no fake news around here. We're brave enough to send Tony into the sex shop. Ain't nobody else doing that with the freedom God gave us.
Fat based.
That was ketchup. It was legitimately ketchup on my forehead. What is the stat of the day that you have, JuJu? Do you have one better than Amin's stat of the day?
Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day.
Stat of the day is brought to you by Miller Lite. Legendary moments start with a light.
In the career of 49ers wide receiver Juwan Jennings' career, he has 2 touchdown passes. Over the career of one quarterback of the LA Chargers, Justin Herbert, he has 2 touchdown passes. Back to you guys.
In the playoffs. So you blame Herbert then. Everyone's blaming Herbert instead of that Herbert didn't have an offensive line.
No, I'm not blaming Herbert at all. You can't watch that game and see how much scrutiny he was under and not understand. It's just like the Bills right now. It's miraculous. I cannot believe we won that game yesterday. Once we had number 37, the new safety come in, I was like, oh, our bets are off. But, man, them boys got it done. So I think that Justin Herbert is just a victim of that O-line.
But when you say those, we didn't talk very much about Bills in Jacksonville, and we are at the point in the story for Josh Allen where only the losses that are calamitous are going to be things that that smear him, because he's now expected to win every game and get into the Super Bowl, beat all the teams, even if it's on the road and even if they're outmatched as they were yesterday. He made every important play in that game. While Trevor Lawrence is slipping on 4th and 2 with some of the physical advantages that he has, and while Trevor Lawrence is immediately extinguishing hope with 59 seconds left, Josh Allen beat Jacksonville on the road by himself. Like Brandon Cooks was available to everybody four weeks ago. Anybody could have had Brandon Cooks. I don't know how many times he's going to target Shakir 12 times in a game. I can't believe Buffalo won that game not being able to run the ball, JuJu.
Right. That was our biggest advantage of going against the number 1 rush defense. And they pretty much factored James Cook irrelevant the entire time. It was one of those days where Superman, we need you, please. The building is falling. And Superman swoops in before the building falls down, especially with a hurt finger from the first half, a knee that was hyperextended the other way, and a foot that was already messed up on top of a concussion.
So thank you for that, JuJu, because we were talking about the way Justin Herbert plays and the idea that the Philadelphia Eagles ravage physically. There were 3 times that Josh Allen left that game yesterday that I thought he was injured. Like Matthew Stafford, it was just his hand. Josh Allen already said, I'm coming into this game, my feet don't work the same. I will have to deal with that the rest of the season. Yesterday it was his head, his elbow, and what else, JuJu?
Yeah, like you said, during the game, Josh Hines Allen fell on his head during the first quarter. So it was like, bro, everything that that was stacked up against him yesterday, he would have been perfectly fine laying on one of those saying, man, I couldn't go no more because he landed on my foot or my knee hyperextended. He said, excuses be damned, put Buffalo on his back once again, and we're on to Denver.
You don't think that Josh Allen tush push for 10 yards is real football, do you?
I mean, I feel like once you out there, you got to do what you got to do. I feel like that was a heroicism. That's what that was. I also think that on the other side of that ball, though, that we didn't get a lot of media attention, Parker Washington was concussed. I mean, I have eyes. I listened to Dr. What's his name? Nowinski? What, Chris?
Yes.
Bruh, I saw Parker Washington come over the middle, take a couple steps, not know what his hands were, and fall on the ground. And they let that brother come back in the game in the third quarter. I don't know what we're doing no more.
The last play of the game, bad Trevor Lawrence throw, the safety bit, that was open for Parker Washington for the game to be won by Trevor Lawrence with one throw, and instead he throws an interception. What do we have on the top 5 people that Justin Herbert reminded you of last night? Do you have any OLI, or do you have just the top 5?
Just the top 5, man. It's one of those mornings where y'all pretty much got to every topic I had on my sheet, so we're going with the B cuts, baby. Number 5, who Justin Herbert reminded me of last night, Martin Lawrence versus Tommy Hearns in a boxing match. Number 4, I don't know how I sent them to the video team. Let me make sure I send them to the video team good. But yeah, I think that the Chargers line need to grow up. Number 4, the Saturday Night Live skit where the football player kept falling in the most uncomfortable ways. Whatever the name of that skit is, that's what he looked like. Number 3, don't be a menace to South Central in the hood while drinking your juice. The gangster that got stomped out for coming through the neighborhood, he won't come over to the wrong neighborhood no more.
I got these cheeseburgers.
Right. Number 2, the hockey meme where the guys in the hallway just tackle each other.
Ouch.
That was Justin Herbert on the back of that.
That looks, man, that is not worth whatever they got for clicks on that. That seems wildly painful and dangerous what they did there. Ouch.
Right, spina bifida. And number 1, the Joker on a motorbike being slung off the motorbike meme. That was Justin Herbert last night. Every play.
Excellent video supplements. I encourage the audio audience to see all of that on video. It is made funnier by the video. JuJu, any other football thoughts before we get to the polls?
Yes, great wins by Indiana and Miami over the weekend, but it kept coming up that Lane Kiffin and his coaching staff were kind of, I'm not sure how that worked. He was allowing his coaches to coach while recruiting. That whole situation to me is goofy as hell. The NCAA need to step in, man. Recruiting starts from now on January the 1st. Like, it seems like an easy fix. Why do recruiting start the same week? Oh, I need you over here. We're trying to get to the national championship, but come from the national championship run to recruit, it don't make no sense to me. NCAA goofy as hell, man.
I did not have your football thoughts from the last week of professional football being the NCAA is goofy as hell.
He's right, though.
Yes, of course he's right. At Le Batard Show on the polls, JuJu, what do we have?
Yes, sir, man. Hold on while I pull him up. Also, my cousin was goofy as hell yesterday, Darius Slay. He got signed by the Buffalo Bills, didn't want to come to the Bills, still wanted to play for the Eagles, pulled up to the Eagles game. Goofball cousin of mine. Have the shoes at Bird Bowl been there for 69 years? 92% of the audience says yes, they have been. Will an NFL team hire Brad Williams next season to be thrown on 4th and inches? 82% of the audience says yes, they will.
Yeah. According to Dan, only if he loses like 25 pounds.
Is it possible to have a minus 60 plus minus against the Hornets? 69% of the audience says no, it is not possible.
That happened this weekend.
It's true.
Also, a Miami Heat game got canceled because of condensation.
There's a rain out.
Aisle 3 in the grocery store has chips or pasta sauce. 67% of the audience says pasta sauce.
That's correct.
And last poll, the Golden Globes. Welcome distraction or troubling for these times. Also, I think I watched the wrong Adolescence.
Not troubling for these times.
I was also confused.
Especially ridiculous for these times, not troubling for these times.
But yeah, on the Instagram polls, you only get a certain amount of characters. So as eloquent as you want these polls to be, you only get 20 characters, big bros, or something like that. But 59% of the audience says it's troubling for these times.
That's too bad. JuJu, good seeing you. Thank you, sir. Check out Alley Oop. He does it with Trista. She's hurting. Trista's hurting. That organ result really made her look bad, feel bad. Zazzle, you seem to enjoy her pain a little bit.
No, I don't, but I checked in with her that night. I was like, hey, you doing all right? She just writes, not even a little.
Yeah, Alley Oop is the name of the podcast and on YouTube. It's a lot of fun and it's different. Thank you, JuJu.
Yes, sir. DLSHoops.com, baby. Substackers.